Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning here, the 2nd of November. This is Celine Gift Tarot. I hope everyone is doing really well today. I am got inspired to do a reading about the advice that you might need. What advice is burning your mind that you feel like you need? What is something that you feel like you need guidance on? I feel like a lot of people out there right now, with everything that's going on politically and, with the pandemic, a lot of people are going through a lot of difficulties financially, tragedies maybe with people, loved ones that that are sick. So I figured, you know what, let's do a pick a pile for advice, okay? This is going to be pile one. It's actually, yeah, pick a pile, not pick a card. Okay, so pile one, pile two, pile three. This is the Good Tarot deck. This is the Unknown Tarot deck, and this is just a regular hologram Rider-Waite tarot deck. And then underneath we have an advice card, okay, for each deck. All right. If these if your pile resonates with you, comment, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to get more readings like this. I would love it. It helps my channel grow. This is something that I do because I love to do it. I don't do it because of fame or money or anything like that. I definitely don't get paid for it. But yes, if you could like and comment and share. You don't have to share my channel. Actually, if you just like it and subscribe, I'll be a happy camper. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start with pile one. All right, pile one. Just moving these other piles away here. Okay, so I have already pre-shuffled, I have saged, I have meditated, and I pre-picked your advice card, okay? So before we do the advice card, let's just get a spread, and we're going to do a 3-card simple spread here, okay? What advice, wow, here we go. What advice does pile one need, Spirit? What advice? Already looks really positive. Someone needs encouragement, I bet. Here, let me move these down. See, make sure you can see them, and I'll show them to you as well. Okay. So, give me a second here. So already I'm getting here that you in pile one might be going through some financial difficulties. I think you're feeling like you've got to save your money. I'm not sure if maybe you've lost your job or your hours have been cut down, or there is something there where you feel like you don't have enough money to go around. I feel like it has to do with your job. Specifically, meaning that either you had to take a pay cut or you lost your job and you're having to save the money you have because you're looking for another job and you don't, you're trying to make things stretch. For some of you out there, I feel like you might be having a lot of financial fear that you're going to go through some financial difficulties, or fear that someone is going to be taking money that you have worked very hard to save. Yeah, that's what I get from this card. Definitely fear, and also just fear of losing your financial stability is what's really coming through. And that's the 4 of Pentacles here that you got. And you can see, not sure what maybe you can see this guy right here, and he's holding his pentacles. He's got his feet on his coins. He's hugging a coin. He's got one over his head, causing worry, financial worry, and stress. So it seems like you've been going through it. But it looks like things are really going to be turning into positive vibe here for you. You have the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. As far as numerology is concerned, I would definitely look up the number 466. They're all even numbers, and you have, 2 and 2 is 4. This also, 4 of Pentacles, could indicate that a marriage or something of that nature is causing you to worry also about your money situation. The Six of Cups here speaks about, like, cups really represent emotion and love, benevolence, giving of yourself, giving of your heart. And it can also represent children. I don't know if you can see here. They're hologram cards, and unfortunately, I don't think they're very good for this, so I apologize. But there is a little child there and another child there, and this older child is, offering a cup of flowers, and there's cups all over here with flowers. So I think that perhaps maybe, some of the financial worry is because of children, is because of someone that you're really feeling like you need to take care of. But the Six of Cups is a positive card. It's a card of, you're going to be able to, it's kind of like encouragement from the universe. Things have been tough for you, but there's going to be a cup of encouragement coming towards you. There's going to be a way to get out of your situation. In this card, you can't see it, but it's because it's super tiny, but there's a man there standing with a staff, a wand. And I feel like there is going to be somebody there that's going to offer you some direction on how to get out of your situation, and how to help you figure out a plan to be able to break free from the worry about your money, break free from all of that strain, and change your perspective about your situation. That's going to help you to feel more encouraged. It may help you to feel like you can make it through this time. And make you feel like you're not alone in this situation. You have support, but in order for you to see that support, sometimes we have to let go of the things that we're afraid to lose in order to realize that we actually have more positive things in front of us than we realized before, because we're so clouded with our worry and our anxiety that we can't see that, there are people here ready to offer love and encouragement to help us get out of our situation. And even if it's financial, meaning like, it's not like someone's going to come and write you a check and get you out of your situation. But sometimes, a friend to lean on to help you change your perspective is really all you need, So I really feel like that's what it's speaking. And I also want to share too that, as far as changing perspective, we're all in funky situations with what's going on in the world. And one thing that, I kind of, me and a friend were talking over the weekend, and it's like, when you think about changing your perspective, I want you to think about this. Think about this analogy, right? You have two people in a boat, right? Two people in a boat, one person, same kind of boat, both people weigh the same, and they're both in the same waters, and they both boats have a leak, okay, and water's coming into the boat. Now, you can be like the first person who is going to freak out and, oh my God, I'm sinking, fuck, I'm going to die, I'm not going to make it. And they try to scoop the water out, and they waste all their energy doing that, and the boat sinks, and they don't make it. Then you have the other person, same situation, same hole in the boat, right? That's not different. But what do? They're like, oh shit, I have a hole in the boat. They put their foot right over the hole and stop it, plug it, and they're able to make it to shore. So the point being that just because this situation might not change, it might take a while to change, especially if it's regarding, pandemic and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that you can't change your perspective about things. Still be in the situation, but perspective is everything, because then you can actually have a positive mindset and look at things differently and be able to move on and enjoy life better. And in doing that, guess what? You're going to be triumphant in that. You've got the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is all about overcoming a battle, like coming from battle. Like if you can think about the knights in shining armor and how they would, march back into the city, with their shields and their swords from battle on their horse, triumphant. And then there's like a parade, to congratulate them and welcome them back. And that is what the Six of Wands represents. It is representing that you have been through a battle and you have come out triumphant. Okay? But keep in mind that if you stay in that mental state, you're not going to be able to get to this point, right? So there does need to be a change in the way that you look at your situation, because we all have shit that we're dealing with, right? But in order to not be paralyzed in fear and in anxiety, we are forced, to put that square peg in the circle hole to kind of fight, it's about survival, right? Mental survival, emotional survival. You're going to have to change your perspective in order to survive and persevere through this situation. And if you do that, in doing that, you're going to become triumphant. So that's a beautiful reading. And then here's your advice card. Okay, this is from the Psychic Tarot. Ooh, look at this. You got the Truth card. All right, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it looks like somebody who's come from a journey, and they're on a scale, and it is a truth card. So this has a book with its explanation of what it is. So let's just take a look here and see what this truth card is. I think it really matches the idea of, really accepting the situation for what it is, and going from there and moving forward. Okay, so this is what it says here. It says, the qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, and the revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness. At times it takes a wake-up call to get your attention to show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to just do that. Evaluation of the past, along with the lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be put a top priority. In doing so, will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that a significant change must be made in a certain area in your life. But don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far-reaching consequences, more than you'll ever know. Using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and the shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. Be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true. Wow, that is amazing. So that really does, I think, kind of go along with what I was saying about, being honest with yourself, accepting the situation, changing your perspective. That really I think it ties in with what it says here about evaluation of the past, along with the lessons that you've learned, or that you still need to understand. Okay, so this is going to be a process. It's not like you can, do things at the flip of a switch, right? But as you weigh all of those things that are causing you the anguish or causing you to stay stuck, once you do that, you will be able to move forward, make the decisions, do the choices that you need to make the choices that you need to make in your life in order to move forward. And when you do that, you're going to have success. So I really wish you the best, Pile 1. This was a beautiful reading. Please like and subscribe to my channel so that you can be alerted whenever I throw out a video. I really wish you the best, okay? And let me know in the comments down below if this resonated with you. Okay, take care. All right. I guess got done with Pile 1. That was a nice reading for Pile 1. And now we are going to do... let's see, Pile 2. All right, here we go. You get the Unknown Tarot deck here. I love this tarot deck. It's beautiful. I've already pre-shuffled. So we'll go ahead and lay them out here. I'm going to go ahead and read your advice card when we're done. See if it resonates with your cards. I'm going to put 3 cards down. And let's just see what message for Pile 2 we have. What advice does Pile 2 need right now? Oh, that was me. That wasn't me. All right, here we go. 3 cards right out the bat. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I don't read reversals, by the way. Some people do. I don't. I feel like there's enough negativity sometimes in these cards that you don't need reversals. Okay, so, oh wow. Gosh, so much synchronicities with the numbers today. Okay, so you got the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay, just give me a minute here. So what I'm getting is that maybe the issue that you're dealing with here right now in your life is issues with your family. I'm not sure if you live far away from your family, or your family, you haven't been able to see your family. Maybe you're in quarantine, maybe they live far away, and you're really wishing that you were closer to them. Or you feel like you've been left out in the cold. Maybe you're having some, arguments with your family members, people that you care about. Three of Cups usually represents celebration. But I really feel like looking at this card that, like, if you can see this card well, okay, you have two women here. They got their cups. Cup represent love and emotion. This person, though, is sitting down, kind of just looking at these two people having a great time and holding his cup. Not really taking part in any of the festivities, And then following up with this card, you have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords, you see this gentleman here, he's just sitting there so despondent and miserable, almost so distracted with his pain that he doesn't even realize the physical pain of these three swords in him. And then of course, this heart, gray clouds, or red clouds. So that right off the bat, I feel like you might be really going through a really difficult time, really feeling anguish, depression, perhaps even just feeling like you can't, maybe you're not taking any joy in the things that you used to love before, that, activities that you used to do, you can't do anymore, maybe because of the pandemic, or because of, difficulties with family, maybe arguments that you've had, that, have made you feel like, or have put you on the outside looking in. I'm going to draw another card because I feel like we need a little bit more explanation about what happened here in the middle here. So let's see if we can explain. Let's clarify the Three of Cups, please. Why is the Three of Cups here? Oh, okay, the Emperor. Okay, so perhaps there's a male figure that this has to do with, perhaps a father figure, uncle, older cousin or brother, who has perhaps made you feel like maybe you had an argument with them, or, they're holding something over your head, maybe judging you. If you look at this picture of this Emperor, it's one of my favorite pictures here. He seems very stoic and serious. And he looks weathered and worn, right? He's older. He's been through a lot. He does have wisdom, but he also is very reserved with his feelings. He doesn't show his feelings very much. He's more apt to dictate wisdom or lessons that he wants to pass down, not necessarily show love. So it could be that you are feeling pain because what you're wanting from this person is love and affection, maybe even just validation that you've been a good person in their life, or if you've like if you're a son or daughter, that you've been a good son or daughter to this father figure. And that could be what's causing a lot of the pain here. But let's do another card for the Three of Swords real quick. Why is the Three of Swords here? What is going on with Three of Swords? Three of Swords, Spirit, Pile 2. You got two cards to explain this Three of Swords. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So you've got the World card, which is a major arcana card, and the Four of Swords. So lots of swords here. Lots of The Four of Swords really represents taking time. I see this person's kind of just laying down with their sword, and there's three up here. But it represents kind of like taking time to meditate. I don't know, maybe you've been doing a lot of praying. Maybe there's an older woman you've been confiding in, perhaps a grandparent, because the World card here, it's also a beautiful card. There's this older woman here, and she's just got everything in front of her. She doesn't need anything. Everything is really just there. She's got a lot of knowledge. There's butterfly, which really represents transformation. There's also, I think that's a lion down there with all, represents strength, you know? So you could be dealing with a Leo or a Capricorn. Let's see, or a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer as well. Okay, I really feel like perhaps this situation has propelled you into a state of just reflection. Maybe you have been doing a lot of praying, getting advice from older people that you trust in order to kind of get a more complete perspective about why this Emperor is treating you the way you're being treated right now. Why you feel like you're left out on the cold. There might be some deep-seated pain. Maybe there was abuse in this relationship. Maybe there was just some toxicity, you know, that you're trying to overcome. And I think what the universe is telling you is that, you know, continue to do this work, okay? You've moved from the depressed state where you're just shocked and in pain. Perhaps you have reached out to someone that has given you advice, given you a different perspective about the situation. And now you're in this kind of state of just reflection and prayer. And sometimes we do have to go into our mind, dig into the dark places. Sometimes looking at the dark shadows and the pain is absolutely necessary, because if you don't do that, if you don't try to look into the dark corners of your mind, look at those dark times that you try to ignore, that you don't want to think about, the painful times, those will fester and then express themselves into negative interactions in your life, you know, anxiety, treating people, you know, projecting your shit onto other people. You know, someone does something and you'll automatically think of this situation with the Emperor and just treat them differently by judging them just because you haven't dealt with your shadow side. You know, it's called doing shadow work. It's you know, meditating on those painful things that you've gone through in your life in order to overcome them. Get familiar with them, because that makes them lose power in your life. And then you're not being held in slavery to that pain anymore, you know. Even though you are in this state, it does seem like you have done some healing. So I think the universe is telling you to keep on doing that healing. Keep doing those positive, healthy things that you're doing in your life in order to pull yourself out of it. And when you do, you're going to come out triumphant. Okay, look at this. Is the Six of Wands. This is a guy on his horse. He just came back from battle with his 6 wands. And, you know, when they come back from battle, they're just, you know, people are cheering them on, and usually it's a parade or something like that happens. Yeah, universe is cheering you on. They're saying continue to do that work, continue to work through this, and you're going to be the one that comes out in the end successful. You're the one that's going to have success for sure. So let's see what your advice card is. Your advice card. Ooh, yes, this matches this card. Third eye chakra. So I don't know if you do meditation or if you ever, you know, heard of chakras before, you know, but we have, you know, chakras that are in charge of kind of like spiritual centers that are in charge of like our mind, our crown, our throat, our heart. Solar plexus is like our abdomen, all the way down to our lower spine. I am still learning about them. I don't know them very well. But purple is the color that represents the third eye chakra. And the third eye chakra really is the center for spiritual growth and enlightenment. It is where you're able to connect with your spirituality. And so if it's not open, then, you know, they say chakras can be open or closed or blocked or whatever. But if you're having a hard time with that, which it seems like perhaps you're working on that with this card of meditation, So let's see what the third eye chakra is, okay? So the color for it is indigo. The element is light. And the gland that it is supposed to be responsible for is the pituitary, and its message is I see. So let's see what it says here. It says, this is the most often talked about of all the chakras, and the clairvoyance, inner seeing, intuition, and higher levels of consciousness are all associated with this energy center, found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose. It works closely with the throat and crown chakras, and will assist you in your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. To balance the third eye chakra, I recommend that you practice walking, meditations, breath work, yoga, tai chi, visualizations, and color therapy. Don't just focus on this one chakra as part of your development. It is important to remember that you should all be in balance. They should all be in balance in order to work in unison and in harmony. Wow. So, you know, it sounds to me that this whole scenario is, you know, yes, you've gone through this, you know, argument or disagreement or whatever here with this father figure, male figure, older male figure, family, and it's been very painful for you. But you chose to make, I think, the wisest decision, which could be what this older woman represents, in that you are going to do work. You're going to do emotional work, you're going to do mental work and spiritual work, mostly. Given this third eye chakra card, that is what you've been doing, and this is encouragement from the universe that, yes, keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing, and through that, you're going to have the enlightenment that you need in order to reach this Six of Wands time in your life. Okay, so that's a beautiful reading. You just, it's a reading of perseverance. You need to just keep on going, keep on doing what you're doing, keep on focusing on developing your spiritual skills, opening that third eye chakra so that you can get connected with you know, spirituality, the universe, God, Jesus, whatever you call it. It doesn't matter, but it is a call to continue to do the things you're doing now, the healthy habits that you have created here to get through this. Keep doing it. All right. So I really wish you the best. If this resonated with you, please comment down below. I'd love to hear what you'd like to say or your opinions about it. If you can like and subscribe to my channel, that would be great too, because then you will know when I put out videos, and then I would be encouraged as well to know that you enjoyed my channel. Okay, and then yeah, and like this video. All right, you guys take care, and I wish you the best. Okay. All right, pile 3. Last but not least, the last 2 readings have been pretty cool, so I really hope that this one is also cool too. All right, so I have the Good Tarot deck here, and then you have your advice card here, which we'll read after and see how it resonates with your reading. So we'll do 3 cards, and if I need to clarify, I'll clarify with more cards. This is the Good Tarot deck. It's a big deck, so let's see what message is here for pile 3. What advice does pile 3 need? What is happening right now? Pile 3. Pile 3. All right. So let's see what else. That one. And one more, please. All right. One more card. Advice for pile 3. Whoop! I told you they're big. Hold on. Ay, Dios mío. What is going on? Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay. One more card. There we go. One more card. All right. So you've got the Two of Swords, Two of Air. Call. Ooh, okay. Which is Judgment, I believe. And the Queen of Earth. Okay, so I love this deck because they, you know, in tarot, you have the swords, you have the pentacles, you have wands, and you have cups. And in here it is air, earth, water, and fire. Okay, so you have the Two of Air, you have a major arcana card, which is called the call, and I'll read out of the book so you can get an idea of what that is about. I believe it's the Judgment card, but we'll read about it. And then the Queen of Earth, which is the Queen of Wands. Isn't she beautiful? So she's kind of like half antelope, peaceful looking woman there. And then the Judgment, or I'm sorry, the Call card. You have got an angel there with their horn. And then this is the Two of Air. Isn't that beautiful? I love these cards. They're absolutely gorgeous. So let me go ahead and get the book for this. Just give me 1 second. Because the interpretation of some of these cards are different than regular tarot. So I don't want to not deliver a message for you, pile 3, that you need to hear. So the Call. This card is about purpose and true prosperity. And the message is, I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I am being called into a deeper, more authentic relationship with myself, with my higher power, and with others. I am here for a reason. I'm required to step forward into my true self, expressing that through my actions, I need to trust that my life has a purpose, that I am enough. And within me is a divine blueprint as a meaning for myself and others. Wow. Okay. Well, that just kind of sets the tone right there, doesn't it? Okay. So, you know, the Two of Air sometimes, and I go into the Two of Air to then explain the Call. So the Two of Air is a card that usually is Two of Swords. Now, it can sometimes mean disagreement, fighting between two people just going back and forth. Like when you think of like if you put two swords together and you're just kind of going back and forth, double-edged sword. Nobody is, you know, it's like tit for tat type of fighting, bickering. It also speaks to searching for balance in your life, searching for equilibrium in a situation that you've become aware of, or a situation in your life that you are frustrated with. And so with the Call card coming out second here, it is a message for you to continue to search for that balance, and not just search for an intellectual balance, but it's a call to search for a spiritual balance. That perhaps the imbalance that you're feeling here is because you haven't tapped into your spiritual side in order to reconcile the imbalance that you're feeling here mentally. Sometimes, for myself, I'm a thinker. I'm like a hamster in a wheel sometimes. I just can't stop thinking when I have an issue or something. I have a very difficult time living in gray space. It's either black or white. It's either I'm going in this direction or that direction. And I will sit there and fester and think and think and think in my head until I figure out, or by force, right, make everything very clear for myself. And sometimes that energy is not a good energy to have, because you're only using, you know, it's like being asked to go climb a wall, but you can only use your hands. Well, that's great and all, but you know, and you could probably do it, but it's going to take you a longer time and it's going to be really hard to do. But if you're allowed to use your hands and your feet and your knees, you can climb the wall, not be as stressed, and get there faster. And I think that's what this is telling you when you put the Two of Air and the Call card together. That this is, you know, you need to invite your spirituality into this conversation that you're going back and forth in your mind, and go to that space so that you can, because with spirituality, you know, some people don't want to think about spirituality, because sometimes, you know, I think what is connected with spirituality is emotions, and sometimes that leads us to thinking about hurtful past that we have, maybe wrongs that were done to us that we don't want to pay attention to. Sometimes we have hang-ups and we're jaded about what spirituality is. We think it's religion, which is two very separate things. Religion has nothing to do with spirituality. Spirituality is its own thing. It is about communication with and being in touch with what it means to be alive, what it means to be having a soul, what is the correlation between your purpose here in life and how you're going to interact with the world. And doesn't have much to do at all with religion, practicing things, doing things out of just habit or whatever. And I have my own opinions on that. I'll just leave that right there. But so yes, so I think this is, what the universe, God, Jesus, whoever you believe in is telling you is that please tap into your spirituality. If you don't know what that is, go on Amazon and get some books on it. Go, because we're all in quarantine, right? It's not like we're going to just go to the library and hang out. But, yeah, go seek out information. Meditation is a good way to start figuring out what spirituality is, and, reading books. Sometimes reading books that, like, I read this book on Tao. I'm not very familiar with it, but it really helped open my mind about spirituality and the actions that we take in life and the consequences for those actions, and tying into how those things make you feel and how those things have formed the past that you've taken in your life. Okay, so huge message about that with these two cards. And I think that the outcome here, if you continue in this path and you decide to include your spirituality in figuring out and maintaining balance, the balance that you desire, you will become, the Queen of Earth. Now, in tarot, there is no female or male. There is feminine energy, male energy. You can be a woman and have that. You can be a man, it doesn't matter. But the Queen of Wands is the type of queen who is very strong, very passionate, very charismatic, moves quickly within her surroundings. Despite chaos, she's able to see through, if you can imagine just this beautiful woman who is a CEO and her desk is messy, but she is able to, with shrewdness and charm, know and get everything that she needs in order to do her job. Nothing is lost. She knows exactly. It's like organized chaos. That's the kind of queen the Queen of Earth is. Very calm and serene in maybe times of fast-moving business or changes happening, or just a chaotic situation you're living in, able to remain calm in it. And that is what the universe is telling you, is that this is the energy you're going to fall into once you're able to combine, the intellect of trying to search for balance, including spirituality, in order to mesh those two together so that you can have success. So now let's see what the advice card is from the Psychic Tarot. Wow, look at that. Recognition and reward. All right, let's see. Let's see what that is. This has its own book as well, so let me get that out here and read it. All right, 3. 1 second. Give me 1 second. This book has, I really love this deck, but the book is really, it's got like, here we go. All right. Okay, so recognition and reward. A reward for a job well done is what this card represents. It's time of recognition for a completed project. Hard work, skill, expertise, and craftsmanship. These abilities are now being honored, but don't forget to also pay homage to yourself. Pat yourself on the back because you deserve it. This card also comes forth to represent a family or a group of people coming together, all of whom are aiming and striving toward a common goal. Accept the help that is being offered. More possibilities are in the works. So be sure to lay a solid foundation from your past achievements, and this will help you to be ready for the next opportunity. And in addition, this card is a reminder to take care of your physical body. After all, it's what carries your soul around in this material world. Wow. Okay, so I really think that this ties into being the end result for this hard work that you're putting in, okay? This, being asked to include spirituality in to maintain or achieve balance in your life is not an easy feat. It takes hard work and it takes time. But I think the universe is telling you that it's not just for the sake of it's not just for yourself that you're doing this. It's not just for yourself that you have to, that you have to overcome this huge undertaking of connecting your spirituality with your mind. Okay, you're doing it for other people. It could be family, it could be a marriage, it could be something, financial reasons that you are having to really work through this. All right, but what the universe is telling you is that at the end you're going to have success. At the end you're going to have a reward, and it's not just, you know, becoming the queen of earth. It's not a selfish reward. It's not a reward just that you can pat yourself on the back for. It's one that's also others are going to see, and it's going to benefit other people in your life too. Okay, so it gives you more encouragement, more reason to fight that fight of becoming more centered. So I really hope that you enjoyed this. This was a beautiful reading. I really hope that it helped you. I really wish you the best. If you liked this reading and want to see more of it, please comment below, like this video, and subscribe to my channel so you'll be able to enjoy videos. I do a bunch of different kind of videos. Sometimes I do sex ones, sometimes just regular ones. I'm going to try to expand my subject matter, so if you have suggestions on that, that would be great too. So I wish you all the best. This was so fun to do. It was very, very moving and really enlightening to read your cards today. So you take care, and I wish you the best. Bye.